Good morning. It is currently 7:15. Lovely sunny day. I'm currently in Weesen on the shore of Walensee. So today my goal is to hike the north shore of Walensee, going through the villages of Quinten, Au, and then ending up in Walenstadt. So yeah, roughly around about 20 kilometers with I think 1,000 meters elevation gain, but yeah, so very similar to the Euro Crest Trail that I've been hiking recently. So yeah, also main reason I'm doing this hike today is I am doing a bit of a recce, because over there is the Lint Canal, which connects Walensee to Lake Zurich, and I do want to pack raft it at some point. So yeah, that question's been answered, and I'd also really like to pack raft the lake itself, just because there are some old abandoned quarries that I think might be worth checking out, but that again is part of today's recce. So yeah, without much further ado, let's get hiking. Happy days. So a little bit of information about Walensee. So Walensee is 21 meters deep, 20 kilometers long by 151 meters deep by I think 3 to 5 kilometers wide at its widest point. So yeah, and effectively, because it's very similar to a fjord, i.e. very steep sided valley, it can get very windy. So Walensee is known for its as one of the best kite and windsurfing destinations in Switzerland. The lake infrastructure, so the lake boats that are on this are all privatized, so they're not on the Swiss federal transportation system. I learned that the hard way, but I think a one-way ticket was around about 6 to 8 francs, I think, in the low season. But yeah, really definitely worth it as a day out. So yeah, that's that. Well, I will say this about those tunnels: very, very eerie feeling walking through them. And I've done, so I used to live in Bath, as you probably know, and well, I've done the Devonshire and Combe Down tunnels, so the two tunnels at night when there's no lights in them. That was eerie. Not as eerie as walking through those two tunnels, but yeah, it's probably because they're not, well, they're still very well built, but they're not as sort of finished as the two tunnels in Bath. It's very, very rough, sort of, and I think there's a lot of moisture in there, and it just really adds to the atmosphere, but it's still very fun and very enjoyable. Okay, so I am just approaching an old fort. So yeah, I think it was a 2-story structure, I think. But yeah, it's not my first time here doing this hike. I did this hike earlier this year. Didn't really do anything with it. Well, because I wasn't good weather, and I was all prepared, and it was my first hike after a long hiatus from hiking, and yeah, so yeah, wasn't in the best space. But anyways, here we go. So this was built in 100 BC, and it's an old Roman fort, guard tower. I have a very good friend of mine who's quite the history buff, who, if he was here, would probably be able to tell me more about it. But seeing as he's not, he's probably going to roast me in the comments. But now I'm just pulling your leg, mate, if you're watching this. But yeah, here we go. Whoa. Whew, that was close. Didn't do my centre of gravity well there. But anyways, here we are inside. Sorry, my history friend. Let's see how accurate I get this. So, from what I can tell, you've got holes all along here, which means that there was probably a wooden floor. You've got battlements there. So yeah, underground here they probably had sleeping quarters, barracks. Yeah, and I'm guessing what I'm standing in here is an old doorway. You've got a stair there. Not too sure what they were guarding, but yeah. How's that, my friend? Yeah. But yeah, no, that's what I'm guessing that they had. I'm not a history buff or anything, but I do have a very dear friend of mine that is. So yeah, that's that. Moving on, I guess. But before that, check out this view. Oi. Now, onwards, because yeah, that's the old fort there, which is interesting. And yeah, moving on now to yeah, I'm in the small little hamlet of Bedglis. Next stop will be Quinton. After Quinton will be Ow. And yeah, we shall see. Well, behind me, let's see here. Behind me, just there where my hand is the biggest waterfall in the canton of St. Gallen. So yeah, so gonna make my way up to it, have a little look see. It's not my first time going up there, but yeah, the last time I was up there I couldn't see it in all its majesty because the top one right there was covered in cloud. So yeah, gonna go have a little look see, check it out. We also had a lot of snow melt, which means there's going to be a little bit more oomph to it than yeah, during the middle of winter. So yeah, we'll have a look, see what's going on. Okay, so a little bit of information about the waterfalls. I'll let you pause that if you want to read some stuff. But yeah, I guess I should reveal what that loud noise is behind me. So without much further ado, here we are. So yeah, here we are at the waterfalls. So I'm probably going to spend the next 10 minutes or so just taking photographs, but yeah. Okay, so past a small little hamlet just now. What was really cool was they had what's known as a little farmer's market kind of thing, which is basically a vending machine, coffee machine with snacks, drinks, so on, that you pay for in cash or with twin QR code, that sort of thing. And yeah, of course, you know, felt a little thirsty, so I thought I'd grab a small drink. But yeah, it's really cool because, you know, you can be in the middle of nowhere, find a little farm, and then next thing you know, there's a vending machine. So yeah, happy days. Okay, so I'm making a slight alteration to my route. Instead of continuing down onto Quinton, onto the low, flat and boring bit, instead, when the fork in the road arrives, or when I get to it, I'm gonna move more uphill. I think 400 to 500 meters of elevation gain. I think just eyeballing it, so yeah, should be quite fun. But because I'm making an alteration to my route, I'm just going to take a couple minutes to let my emergency contact know that I'm deviating from my original plan, what my new plan is, just so that yeah, they know where I am, just in case something happens to me, because it is something that's always on the back of my mind, because I do this alone. So if, for example, I get knocked unconscious, then, and I'm not where I say I'm going to be, then yeah, search and rescue, it might take a little bit longer to find me, and yeah, that sort of thing. So always important, if you're going out into the outdoors alone, just let people know where you are, where you're going, what time you're going to be back, and so on and so forth, just so that yeah, just so that if worst case scenario something does happen, you can be found and yeah, treated quickly. That's all I'm going to say. Just a little, you know, a little PSA out there. Just yeah. Just gonna quickly practice the policy of leave no trace. Had a quick little bite to eat here, consisting of beef jerky and some water. There's nothing on the floor there. Nothing but my footprint and the video evidence. So yeah. Down there's the lake. As you can tell, I am quite high above it. Yeah, I'm starting to see a couple of white caps here and there. So in true Walensee fashion, it is getting a little bit bumpy down there. So I'm happy this is a hiking day rather than a packraft day, because yeah, having been caught in some big waves from a boat, that was bad enough. But if it's continuous, then that's also not good, just because mine is not designed for big waves. Mine's designed primarily for rapids up to grade 2, so yeah. Anyways, still going on. I've got a junction coming up in a moment where I'll either make the decision either to cut down to Quinten and continue from there, or keep going up to higher elevation, because I've got 6 hours of daylight remaining and quite a few kilometers to go. So yeah, I'll make a decision in the next, well, when I get to the junction, and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, on the whole, so far, absolutely fantastic day. It was great going through that rock field back there, because it's just going to get a little bit more like that. But for the moment, for the time being anyway, it's quite nice. Yeah, I'm just sort of going about all the plus minus pros and cons from making my decision, because at the end of the day, you know, this is new territory and I don't want to get lost. But I'll make my decision. Worst case scenario, I can always turn back. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so there's the crossroads, as you can already tell. I'm going up, so yeah, this is it. This is what is going to bring me close to 2,000 meters of elevation gain, give or take, today. So yeah, I'm just going to do a quick double check on my map, just because I was checking my route home. My first rule whenever I'm out hiking is always have an exit point. So, you know, just in case weather closes in or it gets really bad really quickly, I have an escape route. So yeah, that is that, and yeah, that's that. So onwards and upwards. Well, down there is the boat that I took last time I was here. What it did is it went across there to Ow, and then over there to, I forgot the name of the village. I genuinely did, but over there's my goal. So I'm officially halfway, and I am much further than I was last time I was here. Like, you can see this view, it was all grey, low cloud, lots of moisture, and I think I chose the perfect day for it. And just before the high season, I'm really happy to be out. I'm happy. So yeah, I'm gonna take a 2-minute breather here, just to yeah, just because there's a bench behind me, get hydrated, and yeah, keep pressing on, because I reckon that beyond this bluff here, there's some cloud coming in. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be cool. Yeah, sorted. So there's Quinton all the way down there and the lake from where I started. So when I first started this hike, I was exactly the same height as that lake. So fairly cool. And also, just in front of me here, going all the way down there, all the way up that way, is a cargo lift. So this is not, I don't think it's designed for any commercial operations. I think it's strictly cargo to get stuff down from the valley floor up to that way. So yeah, progress is going well. I think I am almost top of the first ascent now. Well, major ascent. Oh my, okay. This is slightly nerve-wracking. Okay. Let me just find a place where I can get nice footing. Yeah, it's definitely is alpine. As you can hear, there's a waterfall somewhere over there, and there's cliffs all around me now. So yeah, I'm not the best person with sort of extreme heights, so I am definitely pushing the boat out a bit today and getting out of my comfort zone. So yeah, I mean, it's fun. I'm having a great time doing it, but it's just yeah, I'm gonna do what I do when I go on very high climbing walls, just myself in my little meter box. So if I can reach out and touch it, it's all I care about. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'll just do that, put myself a little 1 meter plus box. So arm's distance plus 1 meter is all really I should be caring about. So yeah, I'll do that. Happy days. Well, I've made it up the steepest part of the first major ascent, so I am quite happy with that. Not too sure how I feel about I'm going to continue this stretch, but I'm not too sure about how I feel going up an additional 400 meters, because 400 meters will take me into the snow line, and I don't really want to do that today. My boots and my gear is strictly outfitted for sort of stone, rock fields and that sort of thing, but I've got the ice spikes on me, but they are no way designed to deal with the snow that I could potentially be dealing with on this. So yeah, back in a lovely alpine meadow though, so happy days for that. actual mountain goats. Hands down, one of my favourite animals. It's the Steinbock, also known as I think it's the European ibex. But yeah, I've never gone this close to them. I think they're maybe 50 meters away from me. I mean, I've been seeing their leavings all over the place, but to actually be this close to them is insane. Okay, so I think I'm about 15-20 meters away from this herd. So, because they're on the path, I reckon I'm going to drop down and avoid them. So yeah, I'm just going to figure out the best way in which to do that safely. So yeah, because I do not want to get impaled on those horns. So yeah. Okay, so after that crazy run-in with the mountain goats there, don't know if it's a chamois or a ibex. I'm gonna have to do research on that, but yeah, I've decided for my own personal safety reasons, I'm still heading down to Walenstadt. That is definitely happening. I've come too far now to give up. But in terms of doing my original planned route, not happening because, well, 400 meters up there, there's still quite a bit of snow, and with ibexes present, they've been knocking stones and stuff off the top of the cliffs, and I don't really want to get hit in the noggin by a rock. So, yeah, that is that. But I still can't believe I managed to actually see those ibexes and get within about 10 meters of them. I've never had that happen before, but yeah, no. So core memory unlocked. Definitely a core memory there. But yeah. Anyways, I better get. I need to be moving because I've still got about 3 to 4 hours of daylight left, and I kind of want to finish this one in daylight. So yeah, that be that. Well, final 100 meters of uphill now, and I am done with climbing for the day. Yeah, and then maybe a 25-meter spike down lower elevations, but yeah. Anyways, I have to once again cross nature's forbidden slip and slide. So yeah, again, recently triggered avalanche. Well, it is the remains of an avalanche, probably from up there with the snow melt and everything. It doesn't look like anyone's, I mean, I've got footprints here, but it doesn't look like anyone's crossed it recently. From what I can tell, once again, I am the only person up here, so yeah. And that noise that you hear in the background, that is a pair of P7s of the Swiss Air Force doing some training. So yeah, nice to hear them, nice to watch them occasionally when it's safe to do so. So yeah, that's that. I really do not like the look of this. So, successfully crossed the snowfield. Wasn't as bad as I thought. Thought of wipe out an avalanche had wiped out the footpath. Well, the footprints that I was following, not the case at all. So I had a semi-prepared path for me, and then yeah, what else? And then this path here, I thought was a lot narrower than it was going to be, but it's not. So yeah, almost there. Almost there. Now energy levels are definitely feeling a bit low. It's basically when I got up to that the first alpine plain with the goats, the goats earlier. It was very, very swampy. It was very wet, which made it very tough going. You have to use different muscles in your legs than you normally use when you're walking on the hard terrain. So yeah, very similar to hiking in Somerset, but a completely different ball game as it's not flat. So yeah, on the whole, very fun and rewarding experience right now. Well, it's happened. I am about 60 meters, give or take, away from the start of the descent. There's only one teeny tiny little piece of uphill left, but as far as major climbing, I'm finished. I'm done. There's ow down there. So yeah, that is what 1200 meters looks like, give or take. So it is, I cannot describe it. It is very surreal, you know, from being all the way down at the lakeshore all those hours ago to where I am now. So yeah, good news is the ground hopefully is going to get a little bit more solid, and I'm going to be able to avoid most of the swamp, as I know for a fact that yeah, my feet are a bit wet because my the leather in my boots has saturated and they weren't waxed, so that is on me. Now here's something I haven't seen in a while, or ever actually. I'll go to the other side, maybe it's better lit. There we go, hopefully. There we go. Alpine Wanderweg. White, blue, white. So, yeah. That is that. And, yeah. I haven't seen that many of those before, so yeah. You know, walking under this, I mean, it's stunning, it really is amazing, it's incredible to look at, but it is also slightly unnerving because it's, you know, that is an entire rock field. Where have they come from? Up there. So it's yeah, a little bit nerve-wracking, but at the same time adds a little bit of adrenaline. Also, the snow is just ice. So nothing like I've done on the Crest Trail, Heuvelweg. It's my feet, I'm literally sinking up to my ankles. You know, I'm really happy that my trousers have got built-in lace hooks, because that's preventing a lot of snow from falling into the top of my boot. But I forgot to wax my boots recently, so the leather's saturated, it's hit the Gore-Tex, and I can feel my feet are a little bit damp. So yeah, that's that. But you know, fun times all round, and I'm almost out of the snow. Another click, I'd say, and I'm done. So yeah, that's that. Beyond that ridge line there is my goal. Yeah. So it feels like it's really, really far away, but yeah. I don't really know. I've spent, yeah, I mean, you know me, when I go out and do these walks, I don't do them for speed, records or anything like that. I just like to go at my own pace. Filming as well takes a little bit of extra time, but you know, it's not, yeah. not the end of the world. The only, yeah. The good news is though, is I'm descending, which makes me happy. Makes me very, very happy to descend. So, yeah. I mean, look at that. That is. So, as you can tell, the chest apparatus has been de-rigged. So yeah, that means I'm not quite at my destination yet. I still have about 40 plus minutes of hiking to go. But I don't really want to. I've spent quite a bit of time today filming, and I kind of want to hurry up a little bit and get home at a reasonable hour. So yeah, that's pretty much it from my end. But check out this view though, it's incredible. Yeah, that over there, right in the distance, that is the Rhine Valley. That is going towards Chur, Sargans, and Landquart. So yeah. Ooh, there's a little domestic panther down there. Nice. I'm gonna have to go make friends with it, or at least try to. So yeah, that's that. There's a ginger one as well. Oh, little bitty cats. Well, I'm off to go make friends with the felines, and yeah. So that's it from me for today. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's been a long one. It's been a long one to make, but